And a lot to talk about tonight. Let's bring in defense attorney Bill Boyer. Bill, thank you for being here with us.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
So this has been a very interesting trial to watch unfold, and we got those closing arguments today. What are your thoughts on what you saw play out in that courtroom?
Well, first of all, the defense attorney and the defense in general, they have an uphill battle in this whole case. As we know, it's very high emotions with all the people that were hurt and the families in this case. So the defense has an uphill battle to begin with. So I think the defense attorney did some good things and making some good points in her closing by picking away at evidence. It was a little unusual, or very unusual, for her to bring in her family and some samples of what her kids are like and things of that nature. I thought that was unusual, but I think she did make some good points in attacking the evidence. At one point, she had mentioned about there is a cache, about removing the cache from our phones. And I'm not very tech savvy, but the prosecution was trying to make it sound like she was hiding text messages and hiding evidence, when all they were trying to do was refresh her page on the phone. So things like that, that hit. So she did a very good job in those aspects. It's just the way she tried to do it to the jury, but she was trying to humanize her client at the same time, because we all make mistakes. We don't necessarily foresee something this tragic happening, but the way she did it was unusual.
Of course, and you know, I agree with you that I felt that there were points where I understood what she was trying to convey, and the fact that if the jury has even a little bit of a doubt, they can't convict her. Do you feel like the antics that were presented, though, are just kind of getting in the way of what she's trying to do? Because like you said, this case is so serious and there's so many emotions tied to it that it seems like you have to attack it in the right way.
Yeah. Well, this case, because it's a case of first impression, it's very unusual for somebody, and even in general, even if you're not a parent, it's general for people to be charged with crimes for something somebody else did. You know, whether or not the parents have a legal duty to make sure their children don't do these kinds of acts, that remains to be seen. That's going to be up to the jury. We're going to find out maybe sometime next week what they think. But she was just trying to humanize her client and say, hey, she's normal, she makes mistakes. I just don't like the way that she did it.
Yeah, and that may connect with some people. Your thoughts on the prosecution and the way they closed things out today?
I think the prosecution did a good job. They covered everything. I thought it was unusual in this case to have Ms. McDonald handle all of this. She's the Oakland County prosecutor. Generally in cases, it's not the Oakland County, or it's not the prosecutor in any county, it's the assistant prosecutors that they have do this. So I was a little surprised at that. Whether or not politics came to play in that, that still remains to be seen.
Something else I want to ask you about. In the beginning, there were certain things that we knew were redacted from being presented, one of them being the affair that Jennifer Crumbley had. For the defense to be the one that kind of pushed the issue, that also seemed a little strange.
Yes. There's rules that the courts have. There's motions that lawyers file to keep certain evidence out. But sometimes a trial is fluid. We don't know what's going to happen. Even when you're prepared for a trial, things happen where it changes the strategies just instantly. So things can happen like that.
Yeah, and also viewers have been a little critical or have had mixed feelings about Jennifer's testimony. Just in terms of how you prepare your clients, do you feel like it fell flat? Do you think it was effective?
Well, I don't think it was as effective as I would like if I was her attorney. I mean, again, this is such a stressful situation. She's dealing with not only all of these people and families that were hurt, but the effects on her family. And I know I questioned when she said that she would do things, she wouldn't do anything differently, basically. I don't think that came across very helpful for her.
Yeah, I was wondering if she misspoke in that moment myself.
It's very possible that she misspoke. What I think she might have meant to say was, under the circumstances, had what I did know, I wouldn't have done anything differently.
Sure. And lastly, just moving forward, looking ahead to Monday, any thoughts on where you think this could go?
Well, it's going to be up to the jury, and as a lawyer for over 30 years, we never know what a jury is going to do. We tell our clients it could go either way.
Yeah, and we will be watching, and we'll have that coverage for you starting Monday morning. as soon as things get going. Defense attorney Bill Boyer here with us tonight on CBS News Detroit. Bill, thank you.
You're quite welcome. Thank you.